What are we going to get in this game here tonight against the Houston Rockets from the Boston Celtics?
Well, I would say this. The Minnesota Timberwolves, boy, oh boy, they don't want to see Boston's three-point shooting anymore. They demolished that team in Boston from beyond the three-point arc. Last night, 22 more. And Minnesota shot extremely well, Joe. 50% from the field, 21 threes of their own, and still found a way to lose. They had the free throw advantage in that game. Minnesota shoots 22 free throws. Boston shoots 6, 20-4 difference on the scoreboard. But when you go through that box score, you find it 3 turnovers by Boston as opposed to 15 by Minnesota. Makes your difference. You don't even have Jaylen Brown last night if you're Boston, and they still won. Unlike Minnesota, minutes matter when it comes to Boston. Jason Tatum had to go 38 very, very taxing minutes last night. Drew Holiday, same for him. And the interesting part of this has nothing to do with the fundamentals, but it's Ime Udoka, the head coach of Houston, who obviously at some point wants to beat this team that, basically fired him in Boston. And last season he had 2 cracks and they didn't get it done. So now he's got the team, and a team that's really good at home, to actually get the job done. And they're on a day's worth of rest that Boston isn't. Maybe you get Jaylen Brown back tonight, but maybe you get less minutes out of Tatum. Boston's kind of interchangeable each and every night as well. But I think Houston's the right side here. I think Friday night at home, again with the rest advantage in their favor, again with Boston having to really push last night against Minnesota. And I know Boston's a good shooting team, and they're a volume 3-point shooting team, but they shot some incredible percentages last night that I think might come down a little bit here. So I like Houston in this game, Joe. I wouldn't be surprised if they win it straight up. So maybe a money line move on Houston is worth it as well.
Like the way you're looking at it there. How about you, Andy? Some intriguing guys on both of these teams to look at from a prop betting perspective. What are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree that Boston, they're having to deal with these just nagging injuries. It feels like they're in a really rough stretch part of the season. So I'm going to go to Jason Tatum and go under 4.5 made 3-pointers. It's a little bit juicy. It's just such a big number. He's gone over in 2 out of the last 14 games. And this is the second best team in allowing made threes. They only allow 12 made threes per game. I know Boston is kind of a different beast with how many they take, but making 5 3-pointers in a game is just quite a bit. He's averaging 10.7 attempts per game, but he's only shooting 36.9. So math doesn't quite add up there on over 4.5. On the flip side, Porzingis is only 1.5 made threes. I'd look at him. He's gone over in 7 out of the last 10 games. Again, a little bit juicy. I'm a little nervous about taking unders on 3-pointers against this Houston team. But also look at the rebounds for Fred VanVleet. A little bit off the radar here. We cashed on this one in his last game. He's gone over in 6 straight games. It's just low number at 4.5. And with Boston maybe a little bit tired, maybe there's some more rebounding opportunities. If shooting is a little flat for Boston tonight, VanVleet can get there. He's done well with rebound chances, averaging 7.4 this season, but he's up around 9 in his last 5 games.